I caught her red-handed, loading crates of my son's corn and tomatoes into her SUV, and then she had the nerve to call 911 on me, on my own land. And just like that, I was one fake signature away from losing everything we'd built. That's when I knew this wasn't some HOA drama. This was war. My name's Travis Miller. I'm a former firefighter, single dad, and proud owner of a 12-acre ranch just outside of Tucson, Arizona. After my wife passed away, it was just me and my boy, Logan. He's 13, shy, but sharp as a tack. The kind of kid who can grow a full tomato vine from a seed in a shoebox. Gardening became our therapy, our bond, our way to survive the quiet. We planted corn, squash, cucumbers, heck, even strawberries. Neighbors started stopping by, asking if we sold produce. We always smiled and said, "Take what you need." We weren't in it for money. It was about healing. But that's when she showed up. Denise Carter, HOA president of the High Mesa community, self-declared queen of neighborhood order. She lived 3 lots over, but that didn't stop her from marching onto my land, clipboard in hand, always smiling that fake HOA smile. "You should consider joining the HOA, Travis. It keeps everything tidy." I always declined. Politely at first. Then the violations started. Noise complaints, unauthorized fencing, accusations of growing illegal plants. I kid you not. She once tried to report our wild mint patch as a controlled substance. But the worst? The time she cornered Logan, told him he should grow extra tomatoes for her son's science project. We didn't think much of it, until her son showed up at the regional fair with a tomato setup that looked exactly like Logan's journal. That crushed my boy. Still, we let it slide. Logan's heart is bigger than mine. Then the trespassing started. Footprints, latch undone, irrigation hoses tampered with. I tried to believe it wasn't her, but deep down I knew. Then came that morning. Logan had been working on a new corn hybrid, something he'd been journaling step by step. He woke up beaming. "Dad, it's ready!" I told him to wait. I had to run to town for feed, and we'd harvest together that afternoon. When I came back, I saw the SUV, parked down by the lower field. I stepped closer, and my stomach turned. Denise, snipping corn stalks, loading them into crates. Her son holding open the trunk like they were at a grocery store. I yelled. She didn't flinch. Instead, she raised her phone. "Back off, sir, or I'll call the police." I laughed bitterly. "I am the owner," she called anyway. 5 minutes later, sirens. Officer steps out, hand near his holster, eyes darting between me and Denise. She's in full fake tears mode. He charged at me. My son's scared for his life. I stood there, fists clenched. "Check the cameras. I have footage." Then she pulled out a document. Said our land had been incorporated into an HOA farming initiative. That I never filed for exemption. I nearly choked. She had forged my name. The officer glanced at the stamp, raised an eyebrow. "We'll have to take this to the station, sir." I couldn't believe it, but Logan, bless that kid, stepped forward, iPad in hand. "We have footage," he said quietly. We showed it, clear as day. Denise and her son walking onto our land, cutting crops, no permission, no nothing. The officer paused. "That changes things." Denise's face went stiff. She tried to argue, but it was crumbling. Still, she left with a smirk, muttering, "You'll be hearing from the HOA." And boy, did we. The next morning, a notice nailed to our gate. Property seizure approved. Same forged signature. Then a moving truck pulled up. 3 men in vests said they were there to inspect for repurposing. I stood my ground. "You're trespassing." Clipboard guy shrugged. "HOA sent us. If you block us, we report you for obstruction." I pulled out my phone. Then report this. I'm calling the sheriff. They left, but I could feel it. Denise wasn't done. That night, Logan showed me a Facebook post from the HOA group. Denise painted me as some rogue farmer with unlicensed crops, said her son got sick from a tomato I threw at them. There was even a GoFundMe. Title, A Mother Defending Her Son, $3,200 already raised. The next morning, our mailbox was crushed. And beside it, a plastic-wrapped letter, State Agriculture Inspection Notice. I felt the blood leave my face. That's when I called Joe, a buddy from my firefighting days, now a land use attorney. He didn't laugh, just said, "Seen this before, let's hit back." He showed up that night, reviewed the footage, the papers, the Facebook posts. "She's dirty," he said, "but she's sloppy." Next day, we filed a restraining order, criminal forgery, cease and desist, and Becky, another firehouse friend turned private security, offered to patrol the property, just in case she gets stupid again. That just in case came faster than I expected. Late afternoon, we heard a megaphone blaring. Denise had rolled in on a flatbed truck, banner fluttering behind her. Blue Mesa Community Take-Back Day. She had donuts, lawn chairs, and a crowd, maybe 20 people. "This land is ours," she yelled. "He's poisoning the neighborhood with unregulated crops." I stepped out, restraining order in one hand, camera in the other. "You're trespassing." She waved her own document. Another forged signature, claimed I had signed the land over. Becky radioed the sheriff. Within minutes, 2 deputies pulled in. Denise tried to argue, but the officer showed her the restraining order. "You're violating court order. Step off now." Her crowd began to scatter. Denise shouted, "This is a setup!" But she was shaking. One deputy took the megaphone from her. She lunged, but it was over. They escorted her off the land, tail between her legs. Logan looked up at me. "Is it over?" I didn't want to lie. "Not yet." Next morning we got a visit from the Agriculture Board. Surprise inspection. But after an hour, the inspector smiled. "This is one of the cleanest plots I've seen." But Denise wasn't done. She posted another video, crying, holding a bag of our tomatoes, claimed they made her son sick, said she feared for her life, that I was dangerous. It went viral, over 2,000 shares overnight. I'd had enough. Joe helped us put together a media packet, footage, legal docs, inspection reports. Sent it to the blogs that had shared Denise's video. Some ignored it. One didn't. A reporter interviewed me. She sounded skeptical, until she saw the footage. Within days, the local station ran a segment. HOA hero or fraud. Then it happened. Middle of the night. Crash. Our east fence was torn down. A tractor, rented under Denise's cousin's name, was parked inside the wreckage. That was the last straw. We posted our own video. Just me, Logan, and the truth. It went viral in a way her video never could. Thousands of comments, support from other farmers, parents, vets. Even Logan's school sent an apology. But Denise, she sued. Yep, claimed we defamed her. Said our video traumatized her son. Demanded $150,000. The courtroom was packed. Denise wore a neck brace. Cried every time the judge looked her way. Joe laid it all out. Footage of the theft, the fire attempt, the tractor, the forged docs. Even a forensic expert confirming she forged my name. Denise stood up mid-trial, screaming, "He's lying! This is all fake!" The judge slammed the gavel. "Sit down or be removed." Then Logan testified how she scared him, tried to make him grow crops for her kid's project, brought a crowd to our driveway. His voice was steady, braver than I've ever been. Judge gave the ruling. Case dismissed. Plaintiff referred for criminal investigation. Denise was escorted out, screaming, mascara streaked. No crowd, no truck, no neck brace. Outside the courthouse, reporters swarmed us. "What now?" they asked. I just smiled, held Logan close, and let him answer. "I just want to go back to planting tomatoes. And here's my question for you. What would you do if your neighbor came for your land?